I have with me Mr. Cutler. When we talked earlier this week about what's going on out here, I didn't realize the magnitude. Tell me what's going on.
Oh yeah, we've got 22 schools from across the central part of the state that are here today. We have 30 different contests from leadership to building trades. You'll probably hear those in the background. And the kids just come out here. This is the region competition that just prepares them for state. Students who take first or second place at region will advance to our state competition, which will be in March. The one in March, there'll be close to 8,000 students at that one. So this is a lot smaller event. We've got 8 regions across the state, and we're Region 6.
I was talking to one of our school board members off camera a minute ago, Kenny Payne, but now when I was at East Lawrence, we didn't have stuff like this. Now, Mr. Fulford taught us some things,
Yeah.
but they're back here laying brick, they're wiring boxes up, they're doing
building
construction.
All 4 building trades. Now, when I went to East Lawrence also, and we had what was called VICA. And my former advisor, Mr. George Knight, he's here today. He's helping facilitate the masonry.
With him, yeah.
Yes. And when I was in high school, I competed in VICA then, and it's now become Skills USA. And it had such an impact on my life. That's why I do Skills USA. That's why I teach high school. And what we want to do is give these children the opportunity to see what's actually out there in the real world that they don't see inside the 4 walls of the classroom. Show them the relevance of what we're teaching them in the high school. And this year we're very fortunate. We've had many industries who've supported us this year, and they've provided all the materials and supplies for the building trades this year. And we've also had them provide funds so we can purchase tools for first, second, and third place awards this year, which we've never done before.
Yeah, and so many industries are a part. We're watching footage as we talk right here just a minute, but I see Garbett Construction back there. Choo-Choo Supplies help. Of course, the Oconee Fall Line people,
Yep.
Kevin Livingston, those guys are helping out.
That's right.
So this is a community project.
Oh, it is, and we're looking at getting more of industry involved. We've got some of the new industry that's come to Lawrence County. We're reaching out to them, and they've provided us some judges. Erdridge has provided some judges, and they're out here looking around to see what we got going on as well, because we want industry to know that we're trying to help provide them with the workforce that they're looking for when they come to Lawrence County.
And that's the main topic I wanted to get to is it's great to go to college, it's great to go to University of Georgia, Georgia Southern, wherever, but
Right.
so many jobs, you need these type skills, and college really ain't going to help us with some of these skills. So this is why this is wonderful.
Exactly right, because our workforce right now is aging and it's retiring, and they say within the next 4 to 5 years, the state of Georgia alone is going to need over 200,000 new workers. And that's what I tell my kids. There's a career for every one of you. They're waiting on you to do what you need to do, to step up and prepare yourself. And industry, they're coming to us and saying, listen, we need you to send us qualified students that we can hire. And they're hiring them right out of high school. But with the construction industry also, they offer construction management programs through Georgia Southern. And Garbett Construction is a big advocate of that, and they're trying to get some programs here at Oconee Fall Line where I can send students through the construction program and they move right on, transition into Oconee Fall Line.
Okay, the winners today, where do we go from here?
From here we go to state competition in March. It's March 17th through 19th, and that's our big event. And it's actually a construction expo and the skills competition at the same event. It's at Georgia International Convention Center. It's the largest construction type expo on this side of the Mississippi River. It's a huge event. And last year, our board members came last year and saw how many kids we had to go last year. Last year, East Lawrence High School had 43 competitors last year. At this event this year, we've got 33 students competing. We've got more students that want to compete than we have competitions available for them. And it's amazing to see the excitement because, as I spoke with my co-advisor, Jeff Johnson, previously, it was 6 years ago, it was me and 2 students that went to state. Last year, we took 43 competitors.
Gosh.
And we brought home numerous first gold medals and such, and almost every kid placed last year. So it was a great feeling.
As a graduate of East Lawrence, you're their advisor. On a personal level, how does it make you to feel to see it to come to this fashion?
It's amazing. As I stated before, I would go to the events and I would be the lone advisor with 2 kids, and you'd see these schools stand up and cheer for their classmates and such. We're that school now. Yeah. And like I said before, Mr. George Knight had such impact on my life as far as I never knew the impact it made on my life until now. And I see those kids that sit in my classroom, and I remember that was me not that long ago, longer than I want to admit, but it was me. It was me. And the kids nowadays, they just need that direction. They need that little bit of encouragement that they might not get at home, that we want to make sure that that we show them that, listen, there's a career opportunity for you. You don't have to flip burgers. You don't have to buy groceries. You might do that now. Yeah. But if you'll come to school like you're supposed to, if you'll work hard in your classes, if you'll do what's required of you, I can show you the way where you can have a much better life than you have now.
And y'all do so much for the community, Mr. Cutler. Just one example, Habitat for Humanity.
Yes,
Tell me why that's important to you.
Well, it's important to me to show these kids we're in a society now where everybody wants everything given to them. And we're trying to teach our kids through Habitat for Humanity that we have to give back because we are blessed and we're fortunate. And we've actually been very fortunate. Some of my students, we've actually helped build their houses in our own class before. So it shows them that it's not all about take. It's sometimes we give back because there's always someone less fortunate. And with Habitat, we don't give handouts. We give a helping hand. We help them out to give them that first step where they understand, listen, you give them a house, security, because that means a lot to a lot of people who don't have houses. Yeah. So, and I try to emphasize that with the kids where they see that and they understand, you know what, it's not all about having my hand out. Sometimes it's to give a helping hand. So.
To give my hand up. Yeah.
Exactly right.
Okay, now I have with me Jeff Johnson. Jeff, we were in your class. You're just getting everything started at West Orange High School on the bus tour not long ago. You was kind of showing us around. This is your first year at West Orange High School, but this isn't your first year in this position, is it?
That's correct. I've been in education now for 22 years, and I've been involved with Skills USA for about 12 years. I've taught construction now for 10 years. I've taught technology education, Cisco networking, but my joy and pride is teaching in the construction area, so I love it.
And I know you're excited about beginning the project at West Orange High School. You've got a nice area there,
Yeah.
and how many kids have you got going now?
Right now I got 114 students that we teach every day. It's a brand new program, so we've got just one level to the program. I have 5 classes. My Skills USA chapter has really taken off. We're right at 50 members, which is incredible for a brand new program that's come to the school, and now we have that large of an amount of kids involved in Skills USA. So.
And looking around out here, it's not just a male-dominated program. What's the mix at West Lawrence?
Well, as far as my classes go, you know, it's a trades type of class, so I do have a large population of males in the class. But I wouldn't know the percentages off the top of my head, but I would say that I'm somewhere around 15-20% female in the class, so that's not bad.
That's real good. Why is it so important to have these kind of programs in schools now?
You know, kids need to know how to do some of those practical things that they don't quite get maybe in certain areas of their life. And, you know, I'm a firm believer that every child needs to belong somewhere. Yep. And I think that my program will cater to those kids that work well with their hands, or maybe they want to go into the construction field full time. And there's other electives out at the high school that they can get involved in automotives or FFA, in the business classes, the nursing classes. There's great opportunities for the high schoolers. But being a brand new program, this is brand new for West Lawrence, and so they've never had a construction program. So it's been a very good half year. I look forward to a great successful year this year and many years to come.
Well, how did the school board talk you into leaving Burke County and coming and starting a brand new program?
Well, that was a really tough decision to move my whole family from Waynesboro. We've lived there for 22 years, and so I'm originally from Dublin. I grew up in Dublin, and moved straight, you know, from high school, went to college, wound up in Burke County. But my dad and mom still live here. Had an opportunity to move close to home to help with them, and so here we are. And so I'm excited about it. My wife's excited. Kids, I have 3 daughters. They're excited about being at West Lawrence.
Come back home.
That's right.
And you hit on something. Now, Mr. Cutler, we were talking about the skills that you do learn in these programs. You know, it can go on to be brick masons or electricians or whatever. But you hit on something I want you to talk a little bit more about, is the practical things, because now so many kids don't know how to fix their car, or even if they want to close in their carport, you know, and know how to lay brick or things like this. So even if you don't want to go into those fields, this is a great program, isn't it?
It is, and really we're going to teach the kids, especially if they stay in this program for a number of years. They can get industry certification in areas like carpentry, plumbing, masonry, and electrical. But one thing that it really promotes is that it teaches these kids to think for themselves and actually how to solve issues that come up. And so we're hoping that with the help of the East Lawrence program and construction industry in Lawrence County, that we can start moving these kids from high school and getting great opportunities so they can go to work in our community, doing those things like working in residential construction or even commercial construction. And so there is a skills gap, and it needs to be filled. And hopefully our programs can help accommodate that for not just our community, but we're talking about the whole state and the nation. So
absolutely,
that's where we're at on that.
We're so glad you're back home, and we look forward to spending many years with you and watching what you do at West Lawrence.